Hello, today I'm going to be sharing some free reference resources for humans. So I might do another one in the future where I'm talking about animals, but for today, humans. And that includes figure drawing, costumes, and also head drawing. This isn't going to be an exhaustive list, it's just as many as I can fit in 10 minutes without rushing. And we're going to start off with the reference site that I'm using for the sketch that you're watching while I'm talking, and that is Jookpubstock.com. Now I'm going to leave the resources in the description so that you can find them, and I'm probably going to also put them on screen. But Jookpubstock has reference images for figure drawing, and those are non-nude, so she is covered in them. And then she also has reference images for costumed figure drawing as well, which is one of the ones I'm using for this. And two important things to note here straight away is that one, always check the rules of the websites and resource locations that you're using, because they're going to be different place to place. I'd also recommend keeping a document, whether that's digitally or in your sketchbook, whatever, of the rules of the places that you like to use the most, just so that you can always go back and easily check them, because the rules are going to be different for every single place you look at. I'm going to go over some of the major points of rules for each of the things that I'm talking about today, but the rules can change from when I'm recording this to when you might be seeing this video, so I'd recommend you still check the rules anyway. They're usually in very accessible places, and they're usually pretty easy to read, and if you are confused, you can usually reach out to the creator for clarification as well. The second thing is that when you're doing costuming, do not feel beholden to copy exactly what you see. This is true of just drawing with reference in general, but it's especially true when using certain references, because some creators in their rules will say that you need to change elements. So I'll talk about that a little bit more when we get to the relevant resource that I'm going to talk about. But for now, with Jookpubstock's rules, you're allowed to use her reference images in both private and commercial work. So this means when you're just sketching for practice, for posting on social media, and also for when you're doing things like commissions, or if you're going to create an artwork that you're then wanting to sell prints of and things like that. You can use it for both of those purposes. You don't have to credit her, but crediting is appreciated, and she has different options for how to credit her based on where you're posting things. Next we have Earthsworld, which is a place you can go for portrait reference, and it has a wide variety of different facial features, different face types and head sizes and shapes and things. It's very interesting to draw from. You'll want to use this for non-commercial private practice, but you can post what you create on social media and tag the creator, and also use the Earthsworld hashtag to share what you're creating and also look at what other people are doing with the references as well. Very valuable resource, even if it is just for private practice. Now we're going to get into some slightly strange ones. And we're going to start with Paint My Photo, and this one has some interesting rules that you've got to keep in mind. So first off, you have to make an account to access the photographs, but it is a photograph sharing website where amateur photographers can share their original photos, and then artists can create art based on them. And you can use the images for free to create both private and commercial art. So you can put your paintings in galleries, you can sell original paintings, you can make prints of them and sell them as well. It says that you can do that, but the odd thing about this website is that they only allow traditional art. You cannot use the references to create digital art. That's just in their rules, and it's apparently something to do with what the original creator of the website wanted. So it's a bit of an odd one, but it is a very valuable resource if you do traditional sketching, or if you are a traditional painter or traditional illustrator. One place that you might not think of to find free reference images is where you go to get paid for reference images. So when you go to websites and shops that have reference packs that you pay for, some of those stores have free packs that you can download. And if you end up downloading all of these free packs, you can usually end up with hundreds of reference images that you got for free. I've done a little bit of the legwork for you because not every store has free packs, but it's worth checking around and seeing which ones might. I've got 3 different stores here for you that you can go to and have a look at some free packs. So the first is Rachel Bradley. You can go to her website, but I don't think she has the free packs on that website. I'd check CubeBrush or Gumroad for her. And you can get a free portrait pack, and she also has a free sample pack of her elf robe set. So this is where she's a white-haired elf wearing different kinds of robes and nightgowns. You can get a free sample pack of that. So there's 2 free packs for you. Along similar lines, there's reference pictures. Again, you can find them on CubeBrush and Gumroad, and I think they have their own website as well, but I think that links to Gumroad. And you can get free sample packs at their website, and some of these sample packs have over 100 images in just the one sample pack. So that's really worth downloading. If it is a concern to you, they do have some figure packs that are nude, so their sample packs can contain photos from those sets. So that's something to bear in mind depending on your own preferences and concerns. But next up we have Grafit Studio. Now this is a very well-known place at this point for getting reference images from, and most people would assume that they're all paid for references, and they actually have quite a lot that's available for free. They have some sample packs that you can get that are free, especially if they're older photos, and you can get some figure drawing and some costume and portrait reference from those sample packs. You might need to shop around to see which website platforms they're on that have the sample packs, like ArtStation and Gumroad. I'm not sure if they've put the sample packs onto CubeBrush yet, so just bear that in mind as well when you're looking for them. They do also have a full reference pack that's available for free. It's the 1190 plus dramatic female poses and portraits, and this is available on I think all of their platforms for free. It's got lots of different varieties of poses in it and of different expressions, but again, this is a nude reference pack if that is a concern to you. Next we have CharacterDesigns.com. Now they have a Creative Commons license allowing you to use their reference images for commercial purposes as long as you credit them, and they have a variety of figure and costume. There we go, my brain shut down for a moment. Figure and costume references, and their figures, some of them are covered and some of them are uncovered, so again bear that in mind. I'm going to mention that each time that's relevant. Yeah, you get a wide variety of things on there. They have quite a lot of reference images available at this point, I think, and just adds a little bit of variety into your sketching practice. Now we have the wonderful world of finding random people on random sites. So a lot of these people will be available on websites and platforms like DeviantArt, but they will also usually be on other social media platforms as well. I'm going to give their DeviantArt handles, and then you can find their other platforms from there. So we have Faestock. She has images that are only free for private use, so you can only use them for private practice. You can post the art that you make on social media as long as you credit her and use the Faestock tag. Next we have Aquilina108. She requires a clickable link in your description as credit to her, and you can't completely copy the embroidery or full costume design for commercially sold art. So you can, and she clarifies this in a comment. Someone asked her a question to clarify it. She clarifies that you can use her reference images for the poses and for the faces for commercial work, but you cannot completely copy the costume design or the embroidery. So you do have to make considerable changes to those to be allowed to use the reference commercially. And with that, I think I'm going to leave that there for now, and that should be plenty of reference images for you to sketch from and create from for a good little while, hopefully. But I might do some more of these videos in the future, and like I said, I might do one for animals as well, maybe environments if that's something people are interested in. Comment below if you want to share any free reference resources that you like to use, because this certainly wasn't an exhaustive list. And thank you for watching me draw this really grumpy lady in a dress.